So guys, this week we're going to cover grammar, the past, the progressive tense, and we're going to cover narrative writing. So today I'm going to start with you with the grammar part. And for this grammar part, you don't have exercises in the book, you have worksheet 4. So guys, let me remind you of two important things for this week. First of all, we have to work on worksheet 4. We have to start working on worksheet 4. This is one. Two, I'm going to send you a link for a very short listening quiz that you have to do it this week. And also on a Friday, we have a English quiz. The English quiz is in worksheet 3, lectures 4 and 5. Okay, worksheet 3, lectures 4 and 5. So please, guys, we have a quiz on Friday, and we have to do very short activity, listening activity. Okay, it's graded. It's graded because I'm going to take a grade for listening. So yeah, are you ready? Let's start. If we take these examples first, for example, I badminton at this time yesterday. First of all, if you notice, guys, here we have yesterday, which means it's in the past, and I specified at this time. Okay, so for this tense, when I specifying certain time and the action takes a period of time to get finished, that it was continuous, we say it was continuing through a certain period of time. We do not use the simple past tense. No, we use the simple past tense if the action already happened and finished at the same time. It happened and finished at the same time. But this action didn't happen and finish at the same time. It took time to finish. So we cannot use the simple past tense. What do we use? We use something called past progressive. Past progressive. Okay, so I say I was playing. I was playing. Okay, guys? So we do not use the simple past tense. We use the past progressive because the action started in the past but didn't finish at the same time. It took time to finish. Okay? Another example, for example, she at 9 a.m. yesterday. She started at 9 a.m. She started riding her bike at 9 a.m., but she didn't finish at 9 a.m. She took time to finish. So she was cycling, was cycling. Okay, guys, let's move on. Let's continue. They they table tennis at 6:30 last night. At 6:30 last night. Also, they started playing table tennis at 6:30, but it didn't finish at 6:30. No, it took time to get finished. So we say they were playing. They were playing. So this tense we call it past progressive. What do we call it? We call it past progressive. Okay, guys, past progressive. So when do we use the past progressive? Please pay attention. We use the past progressive to say that somebody was in the middle of doing something in the past. To mean he or she started doing something in the past, but it took time to get finished. Okay, so it didn't start and end at the same time. No, it took time. Maybe it took half an hour, it took 2 hours, it took 5 minutes, but it took time to get finished. So we say we use the past progressive. Past progressive. Okay, guys, past progressive. Example, he was playing computer games during the break. He was playing during the whole break. So he started at the beginning of the break and he finished at the end of the break. So maybe the break started at 10 and ended at 10:30. So he took time, he took 30 minutes to play computer games, The second reason to use the past progressive is when two actions were happening at the same time in the past. Let's say that we have two people, they were doing two different actions, but at the same time. So we say he was playing computer games. He was playing computer games. What was happening at the same time? While she was watching TV. So these two actions, the playing and watching TV, were happening at the same time. So he was playing, she was watching TV. So we have to use the past progressive. The third reason to use the past progressive, let's say, for example, now I'm explaining the lesson. So the teacher was explaining the lesson and one of you interrupted me. The teacher was explaining the lesson when Alif was shouted, for example. Okay, he didn't shout, but let's imagine that he shouted. Okay, or unmuted himself. So I was doing something and another action interrupted me, stopped me from continuing my explanation. Okay, so the action that was happening, it takes the past progressive, but the action that interrupted me, it must be written in the simple past tense. Who's the one who's sending like this in the chat? Hamad Hamoud? Enough. Okay, so I just have three uses for the past progressive. Three uses for the past progressive. The one when the action took time in the past to get finished. Okay. Two, when two actions were happening at the same time in the past, and the word while shows me that the actions were happening at the same time. And the third one, when another action interrupted the action that was happening. Okay, let me admit Amal, Amir, and Ali. Okay, yeah, let's continue. And guys, there's something you have to pay attention in the third use. When we say that an action stopped the other action, we use when. The action that comes after when takes the simple past, and the action that is before when takes the past progressive. Okay, guys, takes the past progressive. So these are the only uses for the past progressive or past continuous, we call it. Okay, and we say continuous and the progressive because they took time to happen and finish in the past. Okay. What are some time expressions or time words that show me the action must be written in the past progressive? Example, yesterday at 9 a.m., last week on Sunday, the previous hour, 3 years ago in May, when, as, while. Okay, all of these words show me that the action must be written in the past progressive. Okay, guys? Okay, guys, so let me repeat in brief. We use the past progressive when we are talking about actions happened in the past, but how? Action that took time to happen and finish in the past, okay? So it started at a certain time and it ended at another time, okay? So it didn't start and finish at the same time. This is one. Two, we use the past progressive if we are talking about two actions that were happening at the same time. Two different actions were happening at the same time in the past. And the third one is that for action that was happening in the past that was taking time to finish, and another action stopped it, interrupted it. Okay, sometimes expressions to show us that we have to use the past progressive, like yesterday at 9 a.m., last week on Sunday, the previous hour, 3 years ago in May, when, as, while. Okay, so all of these show me that I have to use the past progressive. Okay, now how do I form the verb in the past progressive? What must I do to form it in the past progressive? Okay, there's something you have to know. First of all, I need a helper here with the main verb. In the past progressive, I need something to help me. And what helps me in the past progressive? Was and were, the verb to be. Was or were. I use it for the singular subjects, and where I use it for the plural subjects. Okay, so guys, I have to use was or where. I use it for the singular subjects, and where I use it for the plural subjects. This is the helper. This is not the main verb. What must I do with the main verb? The main verb, I have to add to it ing. I have to add to it ing. Let's take an example here, the verb go. If I want to use the verb go in the past progressive, then I have to say with the subject pronoun I takes was. So I say I was going. So you see I added ing. I was going. He, she, it, or the singular subjects like the boy, the girl, the teacher, the man, they have to take was, and then I have to add ing to the verb. Okay, guys? And the third one, when I have plural subjects, we use they, the teachers, the men, the children, the dogs. Where, I have to use where, because where is used for the plural subject. And then I add ing to the verb. Then I add ing to the verb. Okay? So you have to keep in mind was or were and ing with the main verb. Okay? Was and were is a helper here. It helps the main verb. But there are certain rules that I have to follow when I want to add ing to the verbs. Okay? What are these rules that I have to pay attention to them? First of all, the verbs that end with any consonant letter, they just take ing, like break, breaking, shout, shout. But what if the verb ends with e? I cannot put e, then I, N, G. No, it's wrong. Okay, I have to cross out the e, then I add I, N, G, like prepare, preparing. I remove the e, then I add I, N, G. Okay, ride, riding, ride, riding. I have to add, to remove the e, then I have to add ing. If the verb ends with ie, I have to cross out the ie, put y instead, and then add ing, like lie, lying. I have to cross out the ie, cross out the ie, put y, then I add ing. Untie, I have to cross out the ie, then I have to add y, then ing. Okay? Okay? Then, if the verb ends with consonant, vowel, consonant, last syllable is consonant, vowel, consonant, and it's stressed with a short vowel sound, and I stress on it at the end, then I have to double, the last consonant, then I have to add ing. Okay? I have to add, to double the last consonant, then I have to add ing, like run, running, forget. So you see consonant, vowel, consonant, and I'm stressing on the last consonant, so I have to double it. Then I have to add ing. Okay? These are the rules that you have to follow when you want to add ing to the verbs. Okay, so there's something you have to pay attention to it, which is the stative verbs. Stative verbs are the verbs that talk about what we're thinking, about our feelings. Okay, these verbs are not written in the past progressive. No, they must be written in the simple past tense. The verbs that do not have actions, that are not actions, cannot be written in the past progressive. Okay, guys, before I move on, do you have any questions? Lana? Lana? Can you hear me? Noor?
No.
Okay. You don't have any questions? Does any one of you have any question? Hassan, Sabra, Amal, Aline?
No.
Okay. Everything is clear? Okay. So we have finished from the first part. We have finished from the first part of our lesson. Why don't we go now? Why don't we go now to the worksheet? Okay, guys, why don't we go now to the worksheet to solve the first part in the grammar? Yeah, please all of you mute yourselves. Let's go to worksheet 4. Please keep yourselves muted. Okay, please, guys. Oh, so, um,
Miss, which time we will do the worksheet?
Miss, you know that we don't do the worksheet during the week. You need time to work on it. So when you work on it, maybe we will do it on Thursday, maybe not on the next Monday. It depends on what we or how much we finish. Yeah. Let's now just do first part of the worksheet, the grammar. Let's see. I'm going to move to the grammar part, exercise B. Okay. We have to write the verbs in the correct form of affirmative form of past progressive, the one that I explained now, that I have to pay attention. The subject, if it takes was or were, then I have to add ing to the verb. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to do exercise B in worksheet 4 to practice and master what we have explained. Now let's start with الطاف. الطاف.
Yes,
Okay, الطاف.
ma'am.
Exercise B.
Write the in brackets using the correct affirmative from the
Form.
of
Affirmative
from
form of
form
past
of
progressive.
past progress.
Progressive. Okay.
We got to the mall last night.
Okay. Put it in the past progressive. We have to pay attention. Past progressive. So we have to use was or were, then we have to add ing to the verb.
Going
Okay, but first, what does we take? Was or were?
where we
We. We is singular or plural? Singular or plural, Altaf? Altaf, can you hear me? Plural. So what must it take? It must take were. We were. We were what?
we going
Going. So we have to just add ing or we have to change anything?
G.
ing.
No, we put ing.
Thank you, ya Altaf. We were going. Thank you. Bravo, ya miss.
بس قلت لك
Yes, yes, I heard you, Altaf. I heard you. We were going. Yes, you said it. ing. Noor. 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 Miss, can you unmute yourself, please?
yes.
Okay, Noor. Number 2, miss. Yalla, miss. Number 2, please.
I can't see the. Okay, hello, I can.
You can't see the worksheet, the exercise.
She talked to
She
the police
officer
officer while her kid.
ran along the street.
She talked to the police officer
But yeah, Noor, we said we have to use the
while her
past
kid ran
progressive.
along the
Yes, no,
street.
we said past progressive, not simple past tense. We said past progressive, like Iltaf did at the beginning. Past progressive. These actions were happening at the same time in the past, so I have to use the past progressive. And to write the correct form of the affirmative past progressive, we have to use was or were. Then we have, she what?
She
No.
was talking to the police officer while
Yeah.
her kid was running.
Was running. Do I have to make any necessary changes to the verbs? Do I have to do any necessary changes to the verbs? Talking, do I have to do any necessary changes before I add ing? No, because it ends with a consonant, letter K. But
No.
run, it's written as consonant, vowel, consonant, and I'm stressing on the N at the end. You stress on it, run, run. So I have to double the N, then I have to add ing. Okay? Okay, Noor? Thank you, Noor. Jude? Jude, where are you? You're not here? Okay. Let's take another student. Nancy? Nancy?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, Nancy. Number 3, please.
I, I buy a new bicycle. A bike. What?
Bicycle when you called me.
When you call.
So you see here, there is another action that interrupted me. So the other action used the simple past, but the first action that was happening must take the past progressive.
I was buying.
I was buying, that's right. I was buying. Okay, I was buying. Excellent, Yames. Excellent, Nancy. Thank you. Lana? Lana?
Yes.
Yalla, number 4,
Yes.
please. Number 4.
John listened to a CD an hour ago.
Put it in the past progressive.
John was listening.
Excellent. John was listening.
John was listening.
Excellent. John was listening. Okay, guys, you might say here, miss, it ends with consonant, vowel, consonant, but you didn't double the N. Yes, because I'm not stressing on the N. I'm not saying listening. No, I'm not saying listen. No, listen. So I'm not stressing on it, okay? Listening. John was listening. So you see, it's light. I'm not stressing on it, so I should not double the last letter. Thank you, Lana. Ali Hamoud. Ali. Number 5, please. Number 5. Margot. Juan. Juan or Juan and Anika.
And Anika
Ride on the bus to ride on the bus to work. Why red? We said we have to use the past progressive, VMS. We said we have to use the past progressive. Only past progressive. So Margot, Juan, and Anika, what should they take? Was or were? Ali, what must they take? Was. Margot, Juan, and Anika are is a singular noun? Or they are plural? I have plural subject here. I have more than one, so I have a plural subject. I have a plural subject. Okay, guys, sorry. Problem happened. I don't know what is it. Yes, Ali, yalla, let's continue, Ali. We were talking about number 5. Margot, Juan, and Anika ride on the bus to work. We have to use the past progressive. We have to use the past progressive. So what should Margot, Juan, and Anika take? Was or were? Ali. Margot, Juan, and Anika is a plural subject. So what does it take? What must it take?
Where?
Where? Yalla, continue. Where? And how do we write the verb? Where? Where ride, we say? We say where ride. Where what? We say where ride.
No.
Miss, were you paying attention? We said that we have to use the helper was or were, and then we have to use the verb with ing. So I have to add ing to the verb ride to become were riding. Were riding. But the verb ends with e, so what must I take? I must remove the e. I must remove the e, then I add ing. Were riding on the bus to work, Ali. Pay attention. And Muhammad Hamoud, stop making these faces on your camera. Okay? Let's continue. Ali Fawaz. Ali, please, before the time ends. Ali Fawaz.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Let's continue. Number 6.
We tried to get 5 gold medals in the last Olympics.
Miss, I
tried.
Miss, past progressive, not simple past tense. What was I explaining from the beginning of this session? I said past progressive. Past progressive. We should not use the simple past tense here because the action took time to finish. It didn't start and finish at the same time. No, it took time to finish. So we have to use the past progressive. And to write the past progressive correctly, I have to use the helper, was or were. Then I have to add ing to the verb. So we We takes what يا علي فواز؟
We were.
We were. And try, I have to add ing to the verb try. Trying. Trying. We were trying to get 5 gold medals in the last Olympics. That's it. That's it. I specified for you to use the past progressive. I didn't tell you to use the simple past. No, I said you have to use the past progressive here. Okay? And the last sentence, because we have to end our session, for Mira. Mira, please pay attention, ya Ali. See how Mira is going to solve the last sentence. Mira. Mira. طيب, okay, the last one, my brother. Who wants to solve it? Karim Kirdi? Karim Kirdi? يلا يا ماس. Cannot hear me, guys? Karim?